Good afternoon, children. Hope everybody is keeping safe at your homes. Today I would like to introduce the themes imagination and humor. So, watch this cartoon. What can you see here? I think you are well known about this cartoon and you are very fond of this cartoon. This is Tom and Jerry. So, Tom is cat and Jerry is rat. Tom is catching hold of Jerry in one plate. So, is this possible in real life? No, it's not possible. So, this is the imagination of the cartoonist. So, isn't it humorous, children? Yes, it is humorous. So, here two themes are involved. Those are imagination and humor. So, today our topic is imagination and humor. So, first we will see what is humor. See that picture? How is it? What is humor first of all? Humor means the quality of being comic or funny. So, humor is a literary tool which makes audience to laugh and it induces amusement or laughter. What is amusement? Amusement means it is experience of finding something comic or funny. So, humor makes audience laugh, and humor is where we can find humor. Humor can be found in literature and in movies. You might have watched so many comedy movies. And coming to literature, in literature you will be having in the form of stories and novels, plays, like that. So, today we are learning about humor. Next, humor, is there any restriction to enjoy humor? No, there will be no restriction, like the humor can be enjoyed by all the people irrespective of their caste, age or gender. Is there any restriction that only this age people will be enjoying humor, or only this age people will be enjoying humor, or only male or female will be enjoying humor? No, humor can be enjoyed by all the people, and you have to start adding humor in your lives. First you have to start adding humor within your family, then extend it to your society, so that you can create an atmosphere of positive atmosphere where you can feel happy and you can lead a happy life. So, this is something about humor. Next, let us go to imagination. Our next theme is imagination. What is imagination? Imagination is nothing but the thinking process which goes in your mind. So, imagination is the ability of the mind to be creative or resourceful. Creative means creating something new. Resourceful means resolving difficulties in a clever manner. So, that is imagination. So, imagination has no bounds. Anybody can, means it has no bounds, and you can think whatever you want. You can imagine whatever you want. Imagination is a faculty that allows your mind to think beyond the world, beyond the material world. What is material world? The material which is present in your surroundings is material world. So, you can create material world, you can think beyond this material world. There will be no limits. That is something about imagination. Let us see how imagination creates wonders. If you have imagination power, how it creates wonders. See this, first one is imagination. So, here imagination means, I told you that it is thinking process which goes in your mind. So, imagination, can anybody, the thinking process which goes in your mind, can anybody see or touch? No, nobody can see or touch what you are thinking. So, imagination is abstract one. Abstract one means the one which nobody can see or touch. So imagination is abstract one. When this imagination is put into practice, that becomes creativity. So imagination is abstract one, that imagination becomes concrete one. Concrete one means the things which we can see and touch. If your created thing is the best one, that becomes innovation. So that is the power of imagination. So here abstract one is becoming concrete one. See, for example, take example of aeroplane. Who invented aeroplane? Wright brothers. So before inventing this aeroplane, Wright brothers, when they watched birds flying in the sky, they had imagination. When they are flying like that, why can't we fly? So then they had imagination, they had made plans, and they created aeroplane. So that aeroplane now we are using. So imagination is abstract one, means to create the aeroplane was abstract one, then it became concrete one in the form of aeroplane. So let us see how this imagination is useful for us, how it creates wonders through some stories. Children, are you ready to listen some stories? Okay. The first one is, see the picture. What is there in that picture? What can you observe? One old man is there who is sleeping. Is it normal sleep or deep sleep? Yes, he is in deep sleep and he developed a long beard. So his name is Rip Van Winkle. Why he is in deep sleep? Let us see. So there lived a man whose name is Rip Van Winkle, who is very simple and kind-natured fellow, who is a good neighbor and ready to help anyone. So his nature is kind nature, he is a simple fellow and he is a good neighbor, he is always ready to help anyone whoever seeks his help. So one day what happens means, he walks on and he reaches highest part of the mountains. Actually his village is situated at the bottom of foothills, at the foothills of the Catskill mountains. Then he reaches highest part of that mountain, and after reaching there, he finds there different people who are very short and old with different colors of beard. So children, tell me one thing, is that possible for having different colors of beard until and unless you apply dye for it? So it is not possible, but it is imagination of the author, imagination of the writer Washington Irving. So he reaches over there and he finds them. After meeting them, those people gives him a drink, and this Rip Van Winkle is very thirsty. He was feeling very thirsty and he drinks that drink more than the limit. Maybe it is alcohol, some alcohol. He drinks more than the limit and he falls into deep sleep for 20 years. Tell me one thing, is it possible for anybody to be alive for 20 years without food and water? No, it's not possible. It is just imagination. It is imaginated story. So, is it possible for you to live at least for 20 days or 20 months without water and food? No, it's not possible. But this man falls into deep sleep for 20 years. Meanwhile, he becomes old and he develops long beard. Then, after 20 years, he wakes up. After waking up, he descends the mountain and he reaches his village. Here tell me, what is descents? In your mathematics, in your number system, you will be having ascending order and descending order. What is ascending order? Ascending order means going from lower number to higher number. Descending order means coming from higher number to lower number. So here he descended the mountain. Descends the mountain means he came down from upside of the mountain to downside. So that is descending, descends. He descends, okay, he comes to his village, he enters his village. After he enters his village, nobody recognizes him. Why? Because he returned to his village after 20 years and his features are changed. But this man is in assumption that he was slept for only 2 or 3 hours. He doesn't remember that he slept for 20 years of long duration. So nobody can recognize him, and at last one old lady recognizes him. Then she welcomes him to the village. There ends the story. So here if you observe, this is all imagination of the author Washington Irving. So this imagination he expressed in the form of a story. So can we say that imagination leads to expressive skills? If you have imagination, you can develop expressive skills. Take for example, we ask you to participate in the on the occasion of Republic Day or Independence Day in essay writing competition, elocution or speech, like that. So you will be participating in those competitions. So what you will do if we ask you to give a speech means what you will do? You will imagine. First you will imagine, then you will come and express your views. So like that, if you have imagination, you can develop expressive skills. This is one thing of imagination. Children, are you ready to listen next story? Second story? Okay. Gulliver's Travel. So Gulliver's Travel is a novel written by Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift is an Irish Anglo writer who had written this Gulliver's Travel. Jonathan Swift is a poet, satirist and an essayist. So Jonathan Swift, actually novel is a fiction. Fiction means which is not real, which is imaginary. So in this Gulliver's Travel, Jonathan Swift, he makes satire on human behavior and the then political system of England. So in this Gulliver's Travel, Gulliver is the protagonist. Who is protagonist? Protagonist means the main character of the story is protagonist. In your simple language, it is hero. So here Gulliver is the hero. In this novel, he goes to 4 remote nations of the world. It is all imaginary. So you can see a fantasy world in this novel. So he goes to 4 remote nations. First one is Lilliput. Second one is Brobdingnag. Third one is Laputa. Fourth one is Hunam. So this excerpt, this story which we have in Gulliver's Travel is taken from second nation, second part, that is voyage to Brobdingnag. Voyage means a long journey involving travel by sea or space. So he goes to Brobdingnag. So in Brobdingnag he finds how people are means there we can find giants. Giant means it is an imaginary human form but in superhuman size. Means those people are 60 feet in height. 60 feet, can you imagine? Your favorite hero Prabhas, what is his height? 6.2. Imagine that 10 Prabhas, approximately 10 Prabhas are standing one upon another. Such a large creatures they are. So there means once he was traveling by ship and he loses his way and he finds himself in the land of giants, that is Brobdingnag. There one farmer, giant farmer, finds him and he takes him to his home. So after going his home, there he finds a dish which is of 10 feet in diameter. So what is diameter? Diameter means it is, if you take a circle, it is the distance from one side of the circle passing through the center of the circle to the other side of the circle. That is diameter. Half of the diameter is radius. Why do they take these diameter? Why do they measure diameter or radius? What is the use of measuring these? Means these are measured to calculate circumference and area of the circle. So why area or circumference are measured? See, people will be digging wells in agricultural fields. So if they want to dig those wells or to construct any stadium or to make any playground like that, means they need to calculate this area and circumference. You might have come across all these things in mathematics. So what is the formula of circumference of a circle? 2 pi r. What is the formula of area of the circle? Pi r square. So like this you can calculate circumference and area of a circle. So coming to story, here he finds a dish which is 10 feet in diameter. I will show you. This is dish. Its diameter is, you know, small scale, na? So what is the length of small scale? 15 centimeters. So exactly its diameter is 15 centimeter. So their dish is 10 feet in diameter. 1 feet is equals to 30.48 centimeter. Like that it is 10 feet in diameter means 30.48 into 10. 304.8 centimeters. 304.8 centimeters means approximately larger than this, means 20 times larger than this dish which I have shown you. So such a large dish it was. We cannot even imagine. So those people are giants, they were having such a large things in their land. And later on he finds a cat which is 10 times more than our ox. Here in our land, ox itself is a large animal. So their cat is 10 times larger than our ox. Can you imagine such a large creature? That is cat. So that is one wonder he finds over there. And the next one is he is given some dish and he made to sleep in the sleep, and he is covered with a handkerchief. See, the bed sheet which is covered to the this Gulliver is their handkerchief. They use it, our bed sheet, they use it as handkerchief. Isn't it wonderful, wondrous? Yes. So it is all imagination of the author. So I am stopping this story here because you have to read and enjoy this story, enjoy the fantasy world. You can get this novel in Google. If you type Gulliver's Travel, first voyage, second voyage, whatever you want, if you want to read, you can read in Google. You can find it in Google. Now observe this picture. Here 3 giants are looking at our protagonist Gulliver through an apparatus. What is that apparatus? Have you seen anywhere? Might be you have seen in your science lab, that is magnifying glass. So they are looking at him through magnifying glass. So why magnifying glass is used? To observe some tiny things in larger images. If you want, you can use this magnifying glass to observe the body parts of a cockroach or housefly, or if you want to observe the parts of a flower, you can use magnifying glass. Means anther, pollen grains, ovaries, you cannot see clearly in flower all these parts. So there you can use magnifying glass. Magnifying glass is made up of what? It is made of convex lens. So this convex lens is used by ENT doctors. Who are ENT? What is ENT? ENT means ear, nose and throat doctors. So this is the use of magnifying glass or convex lens. See children, here they have used magnifying glass. Who invented this magnifying glass? Roger Bacon. So before inventing this magnifying glass, he had imagination. So after imagining about this magnifying glass, he created magnifying glass. So that is accepted by majority of the society though. So it became innovation. It became an invention. So can we say that magnifying glass is the result of imagination of Roger Bacon. So imagination develops scientific skills. So it is imagination of the Roger Bacon through which he created magnifying glass. So we can deduce that imagination develops scientific skills. This is second one about imagination. So children, have you enjoyed the fantasy world? Okay. Shall we go to another story? Are you ready? I think you are eagerly waiting for third story. Okay. See here. What is the title? Tenali paints a horse. You might have read many stories about Tenali Raman. Who is Tenali Raman? Tenali Raman is a poet and jester in the court of Sri Krishna Devaraya, King Sri Krishna Devaraya. So, Sri Krishna Devaraya, where you have read? In the social, in history you might have read. Once we look into history, Sri Krishna Devaraya was a king of Vijayanagara Empire. Vijayanagara Empire was established by the brothers Harihara Raya and Bukkaraya in the year 1326. So they belong to Sangama dynasty. After Sangama dynasty, Vijayanagara Empire was ruled by Saluva dynasty. After Saluva dynasty, Vijayanagara Empire was ruled by Tuluva dynasty. So Sri Krishna Devaraya was the third ruler of Tuluva dynasty. He ruled Vijayanagara Empire from 1509 to 1529. And Sri Krishna Devaraya was considered to be the greatest emperor of Vijayanagara Empire. He is recognized as an icon by many Indians. And he was the only king who gave importance to Telugu. And he wrote one book in Telugu also, you might have read in Telugu, that is Amukta Malyada. And he was the man who quoted Telugu as Desha Bhashalandu Telugu Lessa. So he gave that much importance to Telugu. That is something about Sri Krishna Devaraya. So let us come to our story. Tenali paints a horse. I told you that Tenali is a poet and jester in the court of Krishna Devaraya. And how can he paint a horse? Jester means a professional joker who tells jokes. So he is a professional joker and a poet. But how can he paint a horse? Let us see. One day, Krishna Devaraya and his courtiers are watching the paintings of an artist. So one artist brought paintings and all the courtiers along with the king are watching the paintings. So everybody are pleased with those paintings, but Tenali Raman looked displeased. Displeased means not satisfied. So he questions about the two men who are there in the picture. There we can find only one side of those people. the other side of two men is invisible. Other side of the two men is invisible. So I don't like that painting that much, like that he says. Then king replies that, Tenali, whenever you watch, you observe the paintings, you have to use your imagination and imagine the bits that are missing. Everything cannot be painted in paintings. Like that he says. Then Tenali Raman challenges the king that I can paint better than this artist's paintings. He challenges. Then king is wondered and he accepts his bet and he gives 1 month of time, and also he offers 1 bag of gold in return if he paints well. Tenali Raman takes 1 month of time, and everybody who is there in the court, the day came after 1 month, everybody in the court are waiting for Tenali Raman's painting. So Tenali Raman comes with his painting and he shows painting to the courtiers and king. So that painting is like this. Tenali Raman says, good afternoon, sir. See the beautiful horse which I have painted. He says like that. Can you see anything here? Any horse is there? Then king feels insulted and king says that, Tenali, you are making me a fool. Where is the horse? I cannot see any horse. Then Tenali Raman replies that, sir, you were the one who told me to use imagination while observing the paintings. So now you also imagine that the horse is grazing green grass outside the canvas. So we can see only tail here. Then king was impressed with his witty answer and he rewards him with 1 bag of gold. So there ends the story. Children, if you see here in the picture, means people here, artist and Tenali painted the pictures. So those paintings, how they have painted? Before that, they had imagination. First they will imagine. See, if we ask you to paint something, means don't you imagine first? You will have some imagination in your mind, na? Then only you will paint. So these people also had imagination and they have painted. So can we say that imagination develops artistic skills? Yes, imagination develops artistic skills. Not only this one, artistic skills means take your heroes and heroines. They will be wearing different varieties of costumes. So how it is possible? It is the creativity, they will be having costume designers and it is the creativity of those people. So that is all art. See the interior design of beautiful interior design of buildings. Those are all artistic skills of interior designer. So like this, so before creating all those things, they will be having imagination. They will imagine, then they will express, they will put it on paper, then they will create them. So like this, we can say that imagination develops artistic skills. So this is the third one. Have you enjoyed the story wittiness of Tenali Raman? Almost all the stories which you read of Tenali, all are witty only. He uses wittiness. He is so talented person. And those are humorous also. So are you ready for to listen fourth story? Okay. See the title, Little Bobby. By the title only you can know that it is a story of a boy whose name is Bobby. He is a little boy. So as his birthday, what is there in this story means, as his birthday is approaching, he goes to his mother and he asks for a gift. Let us see what gift he asks and what he gets. So Actually, this boy, little Bobby, is a boy of mischievous and he is troublemaker both at school and home. Troublemaker means who creates troubles. Mischievous means who is very naughty. So he is this kind of boy, and his birthday is coming up. He goes to his mother who is there in kitchen, and he asks his mother, "Mom, I want a bike on my birthday." Then his mother thinks that this boy always creates some problems. He is a troublemaker and I want to change this boy. Then she asks him that, "Okay Bobby, I'll give you bike, but before that you just reflect on your behavior. Reflect on your behavior and write a letter to God how you behaved this year and why you deserve a bike on your birthday." Then little Bobby is somewhat disappointed. He stumps up the steps and he reaches his room to write letter. Stumps up means walking in a noisy way, in a disappointed mood. This boy is disappointed because his mother asked him to write a letter to God. So he goes to his room, which is located in upstairs, and he begins to write letter. First letter. "Dear God, I have been a very good boy this year. Please send me a bike on my birthday. That too, red bike. Your friend Bobby." Then he thinks that he knows that it is not true. Then he begins to write second letter. What is there in what he writes in second letter means, "Dear God, I have been a good boy this year. Please send me a red bike on my birthday. Bobby, your friend Bobby." He knows that this is also not true. Then he begins to write third letter. What may be the third letter? If you observe, you can guess. "God, I have been an okay boy this year. Still, I would like to have a bike on my birthday. Bobby." He is not confident that he will get a bike if he send this. Means he knows that it is also not true, and he is not confident that he will get a bike if he send this letter to God. Then he writes fourth letter. So now, "God, I know that I was not a good boy. I haven't been a good boy this year. I will be good if you send me a bike. Bobby." So he says, "I'm sorry" also. He admits that I'm not a good boy and he says sorry, and he pleases the God, "Please send me a bike on my birthday." So if you observe from letter 1 to letter 4, he is coming down one step. First he said, "I have been a very good boy." In second letter he said, "I have been a good boy." In third letter he said, "I have been an okay boy." In fourth letter, he admitted himself that I haven't been a good boy. Still, I want to have a bike. If you send me a bike, I will be a good boy. Like that he says. But he knows that if he send that letter, he is not going to get any bike. He thinks what to do. Then he comes to one decision. He goes to church. Straight away he goes to church. There he reaches up to the altar. What is altar? An elevated area where God is kept. So that is altar. He reaches there. There he finds a small statue of Mary, who is mother of Jesus. And he steals that statue and he goes to his home. And after reaching his home, he looks here and there like a thief. Anybody is observing me? And he goes to his room. He closes his room door and he sits to write letter. "God, I have kidnapped your mom. If you want to see her again, send me a bike. Bobby. Now he is blackmailing the god. Means, is he going to get a bike if he send that letter? No, he is not going to get a bike. It is all innocence of the little boy which created humor. Isn't it humorous? Yes, absolutely it is humorous. So humorous. It is all innocent. His mother wanted to change him. His mother wanted to reflect on his own behavior. Then she asked him to write letter. But this boy kidnapped the statue of Mother of God and he is blackmailing the god. Anyways, he is not going to get any bike. But he admitted that he haven't been a good boy. Maybe he will change his behavior next year. So this is about Little Bobby story. Have you enjoyed the story? Isn't it humorous, children? Yes, it is humorous. I think everybody have enjoyed the story. And here, if you observe, this is all creation of the writer Richa Roy. So she has imagination before writing, before penning this story. So that imagination, after having imagination, after imagining about the story, she has expressed in one language and it created humor also. So we can say that imagination develops humor. We can also say that means any stories, if anybody is writing any novel, any play, they are writing means they will write in one language, either it is Telugu, Hindi, English, Kannada, any language. So if you have imagination, you can develop language skills. So these are the things which we can develop through imagination. See children, the people who are professionals at professionally cartoonist or fashion designer or costume designer or director, see, take director Rajamouli, S.S. Rajamouli, who created the wonderful kingdom. What is that kingdom? Mahishmati. It is all completely imagination of Rajamouli. So it is all because of his imagination he created wonders. So architect, engineer, all these people, they are all highly paid. So if you are also interested, you can create wonders. If you want to create wonders means first you should have interest. Then that interest leads to enthusiasm. That enthusiasm leads to imagination. If you put that imagination practice means that becomes creativity, and later on if it is the best one, that becomes innovation. So this is the magic of imagination. I want everybody to develop your imagination power. So for that you should have interest to create something new. See, those people, whoever are creating these wonders, those are all human beings like us only. So when they can create wonders, why can't we? Yes, we can. But for that you should have basically interest. So that is about imagination. So will you start creating wonders from today onwards? So you can imagine something in whichever field you like and you can create wonders. Imagination, we have seen what we have seen till now. First one is imagination develops expressive skills, imagination develops artistic skills, imagination develops humor, imagination develops scientific skills, imagination develops language skills. Not only these, there are so many things which we can develop through imagination. And I want you to create some wonders. See, you can create small things, new things on your own. Take one theme. Already we practice this. In Poetry Slam, we will be giving you one theme and we ask you to write a poem on your own. So, at that time you will be having first you will imagine what to write, how to start, what should be included in that, like that. So imagination, if you have imagination, you can create, means you can use this imagination in your own also. You can also write some skits, you can also write some stories in English or in any language which you are interested. So like this, I want you to develop imagination skills. So a man without imagination is a man without wings. So that is something about imagination. So all the stories which I have narrated, are they not humorous? Yes, they are all humorous. I think you have enjoyed all the stories which I have narrated you, and we have also seen how we can develop different skills through imagination, and we have seen some. If you have imagination, you can develop so many skills, and we have seen how witty is Tenali Raman. We have seen who invented magnifying glass and what are the uses of magnifying glass, and why we calculate circumference or area of any circle, where we use them, and where we use this convex lens in our real lives. So and also we have seen about Tenali Raman, what is Tenali Raman, and about Sri Krishna Devaraya. Sri Krishna Devaraya, what is means what is the importance of him, what is the special about him. And if you see Rayalaseema region, which is there in Andhra Pradesh, that is named after the king Sri Krishna Devaraya. So Rayalaseema is having 4 districts. Those are Chittoor, Kurnool, Kadapa and Anantapur. These are the 4 districts which are there in Rayalaseema. Rayalaseema is one region in Andhra Pradesh and other one is Andhra. So these two are there in Andhra Pradesh. So this is something about geography or history. So if you have imagination power, you can develop so many skills on your own. So what I told you, for that you should have interest. Later on you can develop. In whichever field you are interested, you can create the wonders. Do you have the habit of looking at cartoons in newspapers? Are they not humorous? Are they not creative? Yes, they are all creative and humorous. So those will be drawn by, we have seen Tom and Jerry cartoon also. In that cartoon also, that is all creation, which is not at all true. So like that we can create wonders if you have imagination. So children, have you enjoyed the session? So children, have you ever tried to create something new on your own? Yes, you will be participating in drawing competitions. So there completely you will use your creativeness and you will be performing some dramas. So there also you create your own dramas, then you create your own characters and you perform. That is also imagination. So there also you can use imagination. You take one theme and draw something, and you take one theme and write a story. You take one theme and write a poem. Like this you can develop your language skills also. See, the plays, novels or poems, whatever are written by the writers, those are all their imagination only. I told you already, what is novel? Novel is fiction. Fiction means which is not real. See, Malgudi Days. Malgudi Days is a novel written by R.K. Narayan, Swami and Friends. So it is, he creates a town, small town. He creates a town itself, that is Malgudi, and he writes some stories. It was telecasted in Doordarshan also as a serial. Malgudi days. So like that, all these people, writers who are creating these, that all because of their imagination. If you have imagination power, you can develop language skills also. Not only English, any language, in any language you can develop your skills. You can write anything. You can develop your expressive skills also. And if you develop your expressive skills, if you are expressing something, means that is, if you develop expressive skills, you can, that makes you to get rid of your stage fear also. Means if you are coming forward and if you are standing on a stage and if you are expressing your views, means slowly you can get rid of your stage fear. So that is the power of imagination. I want everybody to develop your imagination power and create something new, create wonders. Take Summer Samurai homework. In the story Rip Van Winkle, Rip Van enters his village after 20 years. Imagine you are Rip Van Winkle, means imagine yourself as Rip Van Winkle. We have seen that Rip Van sleeps for 20 years and he enters his village after 20 years. So at that moment nobody recognizes him. So now imagine yourself as Rip Van, and when nobody could identify you. Now make a diary entry of your feelings, means how you felt when you entered your village after 20 years and nobody was recognizing you. What are your feelings? Imagine yourself as Rip Van Winkle and make a diary entry. Second one, write an imaginary interview with a doctor who had treated patients who are affected by corona. Interview, you have one discourse interview, that is major discourse. So now you have to write an imaginary interview with a doctor who had treated patients who are affected by corona. So this is your Summer Samurai work of English. So you need to submit these on reopening day. So that's all about imagination and humor. I would like to thank our secretary sir who had given me opportunity to present here on this dais. Thank you. Thank you.